Eep.
Hi. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm Steve from Mac84 in yet another corner of the basement with yet another live stream that I probably left the microphone on during the intro. How's everyone doing? Oh no, it's like all caught up. It's fine. It's cold down here. I need to pop out the chat so I can read who the heck is here today. And already the computer's like, I don't want to do my job. There we go. Let's see who we got here in the chat. We have Bruce of Breakers Creations. We have Thomas Armstrong. We have the Macintosh Librarian. Hello, Kate. We have Jack68K. We have Mike's Future Retro. Yes, 2 streams back to back. Oh, that's right. Justin's streaming tight. Sorry. Gut Bomb is here. Trina's here. Colin of This Does Not Compute is here. Michael. And Veronica Explains. Hello, hello. Francois, if I didn't mention you already. Start to lose track halfway. Excuse me. Down the list, we have Mike of Mike's Mess. Nick is here. Anna is here. And, who else? Mehmet, Dark Jedi, Greg, Chris. Alright, cool. So it looks like we got a bunch of folks here. So yes, why the hell am I streaming twice in a row? Oh, is there a bit of an echo? OBS shows me, like, the mic level. And, what if I just do that? Hopefully that's better. Sorry if there was an echo. I don't know. OBS is weird. I'm just going to leave that one off. Let me see if I go to the other scene if it screws up as well. Maybe, yeah. All right, whatever. We'll deal with it. we'll deal with it. Oh boy. Well, this let's see, because this says mic audio mix. What is this even doing? I don't even know these things. Properties, default. No, that's supposed to be. Well, it's plugged into the same. Well, it should be plugging into the same microphone. Let's see. Let's find out. No, it's this one. So if I tap this, yeah, that's the microphone. Okay. Well, anyway. It is quite cold here. It is 31 degrees outside, so in the basement it's quite cold. Yeah, we got some scanners to look at today, and I have this secondary camera which will be the puke cam. So we'll switch to that in a second. Look at all the crap that I have all around here. So we're going to be looking at 2 scanners. I'll put them up on the desk in a moment. We have a MacBook Air, an original MacBook Air that is running the software for the scanners. That'll become important in a moment. And here's the crummy laptop that I'm streaming on. So, yay! Yeah, turn on the G5s behind me. Yeah, I don't think that's good. Not all of them are working. So, oh, the camera started falling. Oh, crap. You know, we'll just put this over here, and then we'll grab it when we need it. How about that? Audio's a little low. Well, it's set to maximum in OBS. And I don't know. I don't know. I got the little microphone dealy. I'm sure I maybe ham-fisted the receiver here. How about that? Or is that absolutely doing nothing? I set it to 0 dB. If that's too loud, you can blame Francois. See? 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 Now it's Francois' fault. All right, well, let me know if the audio is okay. I hate these stupid streams where I'm always moving things around because nothing is the same twice. All right, anyway, how's everyone doing? So we have a scanner here today. This is a film scanner. This is a Nikon LS-50, also known as the Coolscan V ED. It's the lower end model, but somebody figured out some clever hacks to make this basically like the other one. It's quite a unit. I have the SCSI version of this, and this is the USB 2 version of it. What year did this come out? I don't know, but it's, you know, fairly newer. The software for this runs on Windows, earlier versions of Windows 7, I think, and Snow Leopard, because it's actually a PowerPC software app, so it has to run under Rosetta, which seems to run fine. But you know the thing about these things is they still freaking work great. And I'm gonna try and lower the camera just slightly. Maybe just don't want to fall off the desk. These things work fantastic. You can't really get one of these at a good price these days. They want $800, $900, $1,000. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I happen to have the SCSI version of this, which takes the same little adapter in the front here, and that allows me to have APS film scanning, allows me to do slides and 35mm film, as well as I have a slide mount adapter that's automatic. I could load like 50 slides in there, and it should theoretically just scan each one. So this is just a slide scanner and a film scanner. I don't believe it does 120 film. Later ones seem to have done, they were much wider ones. They were actually like this with double the height, that do medium format and stuff like that. But this is really what I needed for my projects. I already have a pretty good flatbed scanner. I have a scroll scanner, and I've used a flatbed scanner to scan slides. And for those youngins who don't know what the hell slides are, I'll show you in a moment. As I get me gloves on. These gloves are already filthy, but they're better than my all the oils on my hands and everything like that. So these are color slides. These are taken by my father or my aunt. You can see they say Disney World and Lake Buena Vista and Circus World, all that fun stuff. So we're gonna take a look at one here, and how slides work is they're transparencies. So this is, you know, made up of the negative that went in the original camera, and if I get my phone out, Cyberdog, if I get my phone out and I could activate the flashlight, there we go. Hopefully you'll see a bit of an image there. There you go. I think it's like the side of a Disney castle in Florida or something. It's not focusing perfectly well, but you could see, you know, light is required to get a good image out of it. And so these are quite, yeah, Dave, I'm sure you've never seen a slide before. So these were an alternative of, you know, getting your negatives back, and just as is, you could use special slide film and all that fun stuff. And if you had prints of them, great, then you have prints. But if you have the original slides, the negatives even, depending on what you were shooting with, they're great because these are great quality. I mean, this thing scans at 4,000 DPI. And the flatbed scanner I have did like 2,700 or 2,400 or something like that. I think it's 2,400. But the thing is, you put them flat on the scanner bed, it can't really focus. It's a fixed focus. These things have a motor that actually focuses, and oh my gosh, night and day difference, really. Night and day difference. So the flatbed thing, yeah, I mean, it'll work okay in a pinch, but really, like, this is the way to go. So I've really spent a lot of time and money looking at this stuff. And why are we looking at them today? Well, one is broken. So I got this one off of eBay. This attachment here is not the one that came with it. It is a friend's, so I'll put that to the side. But as you can see, as soon as I took that off, this broke off. That's not supposed to happen. This is a piece of plastic with cracks in it. The seller's supposed to give me a partial refund, sent them a bunch of photos, don't know what's going on with that, but this one actually worked. It was damaged in the mail. You see some of the plastic here, you can see some of the plastic up at the top. And when I plugged it in, it was saying, there's a serious problem with the scanner, and blah, blah, blah. So I removed a lot of the plastic bits from it and eventually got it working. I love these pictures. Well, I do basically act as my family's archivist. So any photos or videos or anything like that, converting and all that fun stuff, it's just in my DNA. I love doing it. And really have brought a lot of joy to my family members who are unfortunately no longer around by sharing these things. So it's sort of like, you know, a bittersweet thing of just passing that forward. And there's always something to, you know, unearth. It's like, oh, that's the picture that so-and-so took on that vacation. Where'd you find that? Or I haven't seen those in years or whatever. So Nikon from the flea market. That is over there. Well, that's a SCSI one, but this is one of the USB ones I just purchased. But those ones are still useful for RetroFox because they have those attachments that are compatible with these mostly. So this one works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the little thingamajig on here, and we're going to put my borrowed adapter in there. Unfortunately, one I got from eBay was all cracked and destroyed, probably because I'd hit this front. You can't see it. Let me see if I get this second camera. Oh, things are falling in a spot that will not make everybody nauseous. How am I going to do this? What if I just shove it over there? No? Kind of, maybe so. I swear we will get a new setup sometime soon. It's like triple me or double me, depending on the angle. But we're going to test this in a second. Okay, go home now. Bye. Bye, Dana. And so we're going to plug this in. Did I bring down a USB cable? Oh, I'm going to be pissed if I didn't bring down a USB cable. Damn it. Shoot. Well, I need a USB A to B cable. I thought I brought that down. Oh, here it is. I think so. Yay. Okay, so I got that cable here. No, I've had this hat for a while. I'll probably, it's a little, the hat's a little overkill, but you know, it makes me look cool. Like my what's the word I'm looking for? Like my hero, John, the big bad biologist. I type in our super secret password there, which is not secret at all. I'm going to unplug the mouse because this MacBook Air, this is an original MacBook Air, has one measly USB port. So yeah, gotta unplug that. And this MacBook Air has a dead battery because Amazon sold me one that worked for like a month and then it died. And the returns process was like, well, where did you purchase the battery from? And what was the manufacturer? And I'm like, you have all of this information, you idiots. Like, who else did you think I bought it from? You! Oh, God. So that was never resolved. And I'm sure all of them are out there are just new old, like not even new old stock, just used batteries that have like the circuit fooled to make you think it's new, because who the hell's producing original MacBook Air batteries? Nobody. So let's hopefully we don't make that shut off unexpectedly. All right, so yeah, these, if you look on like the Facebook groups and stuff that people like to sell these on, this unit will go for about $800. I paid less than half of that for this one. Let's turn it on here. You'll see the light come on. And again, this only runs on PowerPC software, or if you're running Snow Leopard, it has Rosetta, so it can emulate that. Let me try and adjust the camera a little bit here, because we're not going to be using this camera for too long, but I don't want the video to look so crummy. Color space, color range, configure video, brightness, contrast. Oh, wrong way. Oopsies. It's doing it live, isn't it? Oh, that's great. Oopsie doodle. Whatever, I don't care. It's just a stream. All right, so that's close enough. Yeah, because they don't make them anymore. Companies that do make them, like Plus Tech and like not as advanced, and they still go for that amount of money. So these are expensive, and that explains why I haven't just went out and bought one. I haven't made them for like probably 20 years. But anyway, we have this plugged in. Let's open up the software. You're not going to be able to see it perfectly. I don't have a screen capture thing set up. I was going to do that, and then I realized, oh yeah, the MacBook Air has a proprietary video out thingamajig, and that's not going to be happy here. So, but we'll just show you an example real quick, and then we'll open one of these up, because I'll explain what's going on. So, got the software up and running. It seems to have recognized the scanner, and for this particular model, wow, that's really tiny. Can I make that bigger? Yes, I can. For this particular model, what you do is you are to take a slide. So I'm going to take that one of the castle we were looking at earlier, and I'm going to place it in, and we're going to wait a second, and you can see it's automatically doing something. And what that's doing is it's auto-focusing and detecting all the stuff it has to do. And on the Mac here, I'm going to go over and click preview. Again, I don't have a video capture, so I apologize, but I will move the webcam over. And it's making a lot of noise, and the webcam doesn't want to sit still. Where's that tape? Here it is. Just like sit in the tape. Whoop, not that deep. Sorry, folks. Oh boy. There we go. So we have our image. It's rotated, but who the hell cares? But we can select the whole thing. And we could, I don't want to do unsharp mask. Some of these things are on by default. We could go to our curves. We could adjust the color. I'm going to leave it pretty much as is. There's also a digital scratching, anti-scratching and thingamajig that we could remove scratches from, rather. That's ice. I'm not going to worry about that. But if I just hit scan, it's going to go ahead and do a scan here. 7200 DPI. That's fancy, Bruce. How do you like it, Bruce? Did you pay for the Silverfast software or using ViewScan or whatever? Because that's the thing. I mean, I hear good and bad things about those things. And if I was going to get one of those at a good price, I probably would. But you're pretty fancy. What I really bought this unit for was the bulk slide scan. I have carousels and carousels full of slides, and that's really what I wanted to use this for. There are other options if you just want to do 35mm film, like the Plus Tech. I'm sure it does a great job. Okay, so you got the one with the license. Cool. So yeah, we're going to rotate this. And this is, what poor system is this? Original MacBook Air 1.6 gigahertz Core 2 Duo with 2 gigs of RAM. So we're not the fastest machine here. But if this will actually redraw, it takes a second. You will see, even from a camera pointing at a screen that's pretty crummy, this thing scans beautifully. This is at 4000 DPI, and honestly, I think that's like, I would be hard pressed to need anything more than that for most of my scans. If there was like a really precious photo or something, maybe I want it a little bit better. I'm really just zoomed in here, and it looks like that's pixelization, but it's really not. That's grain, and now we're getting down to some of the pixels here. But that's a really good range. If you were to scan a photo in and you want to crop it or a little bit, you have plenty of space to play around with. And that's not to say the SCSI ones don't work great either. The SCSI ones have like, I think 2400 or 2700 DPI, which is also fantastic. But the higher the setting, the longer it takes to scan and all that fun stuff. Well, I have a G5 behind me, but I wanted something with the screen built in because we're not going to be using that all this much. We're going to be opening these up. Well, that's what I mentioned at the beginning, David. I guess you were not here. But the scanner's from 2004. They don't make any new software for it. You can maybe finagle it to run on Windows, but the software is PowerPC only. So we're using an old Mac that has Rosetta. We'll just save this so we can run the PowerPC apps here. But that's unfortunately pretty standard for a lot of this stuff. They are not supported. The companies have never written new drivers or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, I usually like play around with that stuff afterwards, but yes, you have so many different options for curves and colors and all this fun stuff. So that's going to save. What I'm going to do is let me switch over here so nobody pukes when I move the camera. And we're going to hopefully get into ripping this thing apart, because I'm going to show you what's going on here, and that's generating thumbnails. Oh, you see the ceiling because I didn't push the button right, or I pushed it twice. This one, hopefully I'm getting a few bits of bucks back because of the cracked plastic, and I have to get a replacement little, really I should just move this camera, one of these, because the one that I had came all broken and scratched up. But because I'm very frugal, when I'm on eBay, I usually like save a bunch of things in my search. And this was one of the ones I was looking at. And then there was another one, and the seller made me an offer that was $200. I spent probably near $350 with shipping and everything on the one that works, but the faceplate is all screwed up. So hopefully getting a bit of money back on that one. But the seller made me an offer on this, which was $200 free shipping. And again, these go for about $800. So I'm like, you know what? Wouldn't be a bad idea, you know, strike while the iron's hot, all that fun stuff. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have another one, or maybe I could, you know, scan slides while I'm doing negatives, you know, because when I get really into this stuff, it's like a day of me just tinkering around with this stuff. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a second one going if I really want to. The problem is that this one is not happy. So we're going to unplug this, and I'm going to use this as a stand just so it's in the view a bit better. I'm going to show you what this one does, and it works. It's the exact same model, but it's not as happy. We're going to see what it does in a moment. So first off, you start these without the without any film in them because it's doesn't want that right away. Let me see if we just wrong direction. Okay, cool. So we're going to turn this on. There's no slides or anything in there. And it's going to do its little checks. It gets a little grumpy and louder as it goes on. And we'll see if it does exactly what it did before. Yeah. See, that blinking indicates there's a hardware fault. Doesn't tell you what, just says there's a hardware fault. Now, if I plug this in, which it is plugged into the Mac now, we get a dialog box that says the scanner does not appear to be powered on, blah, blah. Okay, so if I click OK, we should get another dialog box in a minute. This software loves to crash too. But we should get another dialog box that says like the scanner has encountered a hardware problem, please power cycle it, and so on. The problem is when we put in a slide, which I left in the previous unit, when we put in a slide, it should do some autofocusing. So I'm going to insert it. And it's not doing it. It's not doing anything. As soon as you put that slide in, it's supposed to be adjusting what it's supposed to do. And it's not happy. So if I were to go and open up this software, again, let's move the camera so hopefully you can see that a little bit. Maybe kind of, sort of. This is a very jank setup, I do apologize. But you see there's that error there that the scanner has reported a hardware error, please reset the scanner, blah, 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 blah. So I'm just going to click OK. If I could find the cursor. And it will let me preview the image. So the image cached here, that's from the previous scan. If I click preview here, notice we have red at the top, okay? First off, this thing is making a racket right now. Much louder than the other one. And it's vibrating quite violently. It's making a lot of noise if you can't tell. And so you see that red at the top? It went away. No red, just greens and blues. So something is funky with this thing. And sometimes if I scan it, it won't scan and so on. So we need to figure out what the heck is going on with this thing because I would like to get this working. It just arrived. I did take photos of me and actually a video of me unboxing the thing because you can never be too careful with eBay claims and all that crap. Rather take the 5 minutes to set up a camera and a tripod and unbox it. But I'm going to see if I can get this working. I did try swapping these little sleds. That didn't make any difference. But you're going to be keeping me company as we figure this out. I've taken apart some of the SCSI ones, but not these ones. But it doesn't look too difficult. They seem to be pretty similar. So let's see if I can move. Let's see. Can I get... so I get rearrange here. Let's see if I can just move the camera this way. Kind of. Oh, look at that. We're kind of fancy. You can see all the crap in the background. My normal streaming desk. All right. No, we're not going to pull an Apple III reset on this thing. So there are a number of screws in the back here. They are just Phillips screws. So I'm going to hopefully use this new little rubber mat dealie that I got to sort of keep track of those as we do this so I don't lose anything. Yeah, we should probably grease this thing up and all that stuff. So I do have some lithium grease somewhere. I'm looking around in the basement. There has to be some somewhere. Yes, right there. White lithium grease right up there. So I have some of that. Hopefully, I don't know how to take that comment, Thomas. Hopefully, this thing just needs some lubricant and it'll be good to go because in some occasions when I've started this up, it sounded less grumpy. And it did scan the color red, and the scan looked pretty okay. So I think it's having a problem focusing. I mean, this thing is, what, 20-something years old. It probably got banged up a little bit in shipping. I didn't hear any rattling sounds. There might be some broken plastic. I'm not sure. So I would love to figure out exactly what's going on here and take a look. I know, Thomas, I'm just kidding around. And see what's going on here. It looks like it's the illusion that I have hair under my head. I think that's what's fooling people. Oh no, he's a fraud. Actually, it's much cooler without the head. So we'll not sweat all over the place. All right, take these little screws out. The wind outside is nuts right now. All right, I think we have to remove the front. I really don't know. I've never taken this model apart before. But it might just be that this metal stretches enough. Yeah, it might be that this just has enough of a give to it that it will come off. If you finish the basement, you could heat it, but unless somebody wants to give me tens of thousands of dollars to finish my basement, I don't see that in the future. My poor brother finished his basement twice, and natural disasters plagued him each time he did so. So he had to start from scratch. So not really ideal in some situations. I mean, I had issues with water in my basement, so that's not fun. Does this just push it and it slides forward? No, because I think the front plastic on this does meet in there. Yeah, so. I haven't seen any videos about how to take this apart. I mean, there's a few people on YouTube who are showing the insides of it, so it can't be that difficult, he says. But yeah, I have relatives who have finished basements and stuff, and the heating ducts are all over here. There's one right above me, so theoretically, if this was insulated and it wouldn't be a waste to heat, I could just cut a hole in there, put a vent or whatever. But it's really not that bad. It's just the floor that gets real cold. Back to trying to figure this out. I don't think I have to remove any of this rubber. I don't think there are any hidden screws or anything in here. That's a guess. I really have no idea. I think there's a clip here. Yeah, well, that's why I have I mean, even this, I'm getting like a bit warm now. I look younger with it, but who am I trying to fool? Nobody. All right, so if we take this one over here, this just comes off instantly. And let's see, do we have any screws? That would be important to note. Sorry for the microphone, folks. I see some glue on a mirror. That's interesting. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that would clue us into if there's any more screws or any mechanisms that we have to finagle with. No, it looks like this rubber is attached to the metal, so that's not anything that we have to do. The bottom metal might slide out. Let's take a look at that. So let me put this here, and we'll put this over here. And this is just all this stream is going to be, because I have no idea what to do. And we're just exploring. If anyone has experience with this or stumbles upon a PDF or something, don't be shy. But sorry, just don't want the microphone to hit my beard and it make all noises and people go, oh, my ears. Me prying that with my fingernails is not going to help. Thought I had some tools here. I have don't have a flathead on me. Yeah, because the other ones, the metal just sort of accordions out, and you can just squeeze it off of there. No, I'm not hitting it with the hammer. Yeah, I do hear a little bit of rattling inside of here. Yeah, see, if I look at this one, the faceplate normally should not come off, or at least this one's crammed in there. I think I've seen people take these apart with the, now you're going to make me look at my phone. Oh boy, there was some kid here on YouTube. I mean kid, he's like 10 years younger than I am. Yeah, this guy had it apart with the front on there already. So there has to be a way to get it off without removing the front of the device, which is fine. we just got to figure out how the hell to do that. Again, I don't think there's anything by the rubber here that's like holding it on. No, it doesn't look like it. No, I want to fix it. I don't want to break it. Although it looks, yeah, I mean, I don't know which comes off first. So let's just figure it out. I'm going to grab another tool. 1 second here. As I step on things. Bring my little toolbox over. It might fly down. Thank goodness it's not. All right, we've been in that situation before. All right, what do we got here? We got that flathead is awfully larger than what I wanted, but you know what? Just to wedge it and wiggle it in there, see if it's a panel that can be removed with some persuasion. You never know. A crowbar would be good. Oh boy. Yeah, it almost looks like this central piece is separate because it does have some flex to it. So I'm wondering if that slides out. Something's definitely moving around in there. Yeah, there's something broken in here. Unfortunately, it sounds like it at least. The cover doesn't slide. It doesn't. I don't have much to grip onto, so it doesn't feel like it does. But again, I've never done this before, so what the hell do I know? I guess I should search for, because the previous model is very similar. Let me see if anyone's taken apart on that. Tear down an assessment. Well, this guy starts the video. Oh no, this is an older style. Let's see how he does it though. Maybe it's similar. Yeah, so the whole back slides off, but this is the older unit. So this is the Coolscan 5. I know this is riveting, folks. I thought it would be fairly simple. I've never opened one up this bad, to this degree before. Of course, I do a search, and my live stream comes up. Okay, scrolling. These fancy YouTubers talking about it. This guy's talking about a power supply that he fixed with it. But that's a different one. There's screws under the feet. There are. Wow. Thank you, Bruce. So right under here, there's screws under here. Thank you, Bruce. Let's take a look. Hopefully we don't. Oh, look at that. We got screws under the feet. Thank you, Bruce. Love you. Got some boards to send you. All right. Oh, these are like really anchored in there. All right. Yeah, they're sort of like wedged in there. Hello, Rudy, and hello, everybody else. Sorry, I didn't say hello to anybody else who I missed. Secret screws. Well, now any poor soul who comes across this live stream will probably, hopefully, maybe, learn what I learned. Pillage who I pillage. All right. See if this stupid little screwdriver is actually worth the price I paid for it. Nope. Piece of crap. All right. Let's get these four out. Yeah, I just didn't want to like rip like if the rubber was like glued down or anything like that. Didn't want to rip that off, especially if I had to return this thing if we can't fix it successfully. Hello, 0.5. Would you link to, Colin? I'm not in a clickable position right now. Oh yeah, look at that. That's just, I think the whole back should just slide. Yep, look at that. So you just remove those 4. All right, no plastic bits or anything hiding there. Let's move the other one to the ground so we don't confuse things. Oh, it's a service manual. How come I didn't find that? Maybe I did. Oh, I can't remember. Brain is bad this time of year. Look at that. Download, please. Oh, I don't want to download it. I don't want to create an account to download it. But I'll just look. Repair manual. Unlock this after 10 seconds. Oh, what a load of crap. I'll take a look at that later. Thank you, Colin. Might be able to bypass that stuff. Okay, so well, that's not good. You see that? A bug fell out. And then 2 little broken pieces of plastic fell out. There's a dead bug, and then whatever this is. This might have been part of a slide that was in there, I bet. I would not be surprised if that was part of a slide. So that might have been what was rattling around. Now, there's still something moving. Yep. Something else. Oh, yep, we got more plastic here. And it's a little sticky too. I'm not really familiar, but I don't think there should be little tabs of stuff in here, unless it was meant to hold down something. But it almost, to me, yeah, now there's no more noises. It almost, to me, feels like that's like something that would be part of like a slide or something that somebody shoved in there. So let's power it on again without touching the power supply, because that would be an extraordinarily bad idea. And let's see if that resolves the problem. It would be nice to have an easy win, folks. It would be nice. That would explain why it was making all sorts of weird noises, and sometimes it would make like a flapping noise. Now there is this in here. There is a piece of this type material around the power supply to sort of shield it from touching anything, but I don't know if it would be the same. But anyway, let's just plug it in. I'm going to open the software again. And what I'm curious is, if I turn this on now, if that light blinks like there's a hardware issue or something. So it's moving the mechanism up and down to focus. No, it's still blinking there. So that still says there's a hardware issue of some kind. But let's look at this. Maybe it's something as simple as, don't touch the power supply, Stephen. Some grease dried up or something like that. Let's see what it does. And we can open up the other one and compare, hopefully. See, as soon as it moves down, it's like upset for some reason. There's some spider webs in here. I'm sure that's not helping. But I don't see any failed components or anything like that. I mean, we have 47 microfarad 16 volt capacitors. This one's actually installed slightly crooked. So if you do it to replace the caps, at least I know a guy. But everything looks pretty clean inside, all things considered. So let's try it again. I see all the lasers, red, green, and blue. So I see those. Yeah, so as soon as it gets to this, it's like, and it stops. All right, so let's compare this. What I would like to do, take apart the working one. It's almost apart anyway. And let's do a comparison, because then we can see maybe where it's failing in the process, or I don't know. How's everyone doing today? Dana's back. And there are a few repair videos about these things, but for better or worse, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, send it to this guy, he'll repair it. And it's like, well, that's nice, but I would kind of like to repair it myself. This model, it's the same exact model, but this one has an extra screw. That's interesting. This serial number is an earlier one. This is a 2000 series. That's a 4200 series serial number. So this, I don't know if it's a locking screw or a grounding screw or what, but they found it to be not necessary for the newer models, I assume. This one has a lot of dust on the top from the grill here, so it looks like that has been used quite heavily. But we'll take a look here. I don't think it's a power supply problem because it's powering up and it seems to be moving. Hey Brad, how's it going? But this might have more broken plastic inside of it, which is funny because this one's actually working flawlessly, at least from what I could tell. All right, the inside, the feet screws on this one are gold, so that'll help me tell them apart. The other one was silver. Maybe a 1% cost savings, or 1 cent cost savings, as Brad is saying. Jack is saying, my goodness, I can't read today. Work is just crazy right now. I'm very much looking forward to the end of the year, where I will not have crazy meetings and stuff going on. Got one more week of craziness to go. And I can sit on my butt and do less. All right, so I think a lot of plastic's gonna fall out of this. Yep. We got a piece on the back. Oh my goodness. I'm going to leave that up there next to its counterpart. Oh. All right. So let's take a look here. Okay. So this has a clear plastic wrap around the power supply. And this one has a black plastic wrap against the power supply. Other than that, they seem identical. 400 volt, 180 microfarad. The small one here is a 2716. Yep. We have a gear with a thingamajig. All right, so let's plug this one in without the case on. And let's see the process it goes through. Actually, I have 2 power cords here. We could race them. It's a race. I hope I win. Ugh. All right, so note to self, do not touch power supplies. They will be plugged into the electricity and go zappity zap zap. So I have a better idea of how to do this. I'm going to turn the strip off. And I'm going to turn them on at the same time. And see what they do. This one didn't even do that. Oh, that has a mechanism in it. Hold on. Let's see if it does the same thing with this one. Maybe it's a bus. I don't know. Let's see something here. I am not a teacher, no. I mean, this one stops in the same spot. It must be detecting something. Either there's like some pull on it or some drag on it or something, because these seem to be operating the same way. Well, I suck at math, so there's that. I mean, then the lights stop. I don't know. Does this... I don't think this one blinks. Let's do that again. I don't think it does. It would be great if this one does blink too, and then it's just all in my mind. No, this one doesn't blink. Very strange. Well, let's try it with the slide anyway. I'm just curious if for some reason that plastic that we had in there got it all screwed up and discombobulated. Who knows? Let's open up the scanner app again. Because it seems to be sounding a little bit... No, see, it still says it reported a hardware error. But let's see. I mean, it could just need more grease. I mean, I see grease on it visibly. It doesn't look dry. But who the hell knows? So let me click preview here and see if we see any red color like we are expecting. Nah, see, that sounds rough. Yeah, there's no red in that preview. No, one works. The other one is just not happy. Yeah, no, I don't. No, that's right. I don't want to. I don't want to swap parts to make one broken. And the thing is, these are very complicated. I don't want to have to take these apart if I don't have to. There are springs and gears and things, and unless I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to turn. I'm going to unplug both of them actually, and I'm going to take the front of this off. So I'm just curious. It's the only thing we haven't removed yet. Let me bring this closer so it's easier for me to do. Good night, Francois. Sweet dreams. Again, I'm sorry if the microphone's hitting my chin. Okay. And if my microphone battery dies, you folks will have to tell me. Oh boy, we had some plastic that was also not happy on this one either. Was it a whole clip or just part of one? A lot of little caps on this thing. I mean, I guess one of them just could be out of tolerance, and that could just be causing it to go nuts. But I would honestly expect more to be causing a hardware problem, but I guess stranger things have happened. And I wouldn't want to just go replacing caps left and right for no reason. Yeah, see, that sounds much rougher. Mike, if you're still in the chat, someone's talking about an IBM Model 80. Let me turn them off real quick. Oh boy. I didn't expect to fix anything tonight, but it'd be great to know or get an idea about exactly what be going on. Yeah, there's that repair manual that Colin posted. I'm going to bring that up in a moment. Yeah, that one just blinks. All right, so let me open this up, put it on the big screen. Download now. Yeah, sure. Let's download the damn thing. Let's sign up for whatever spam account you're going to spam me with. Is it one of these things where like you sign up and then it's like, oh yeah, one subscription? I'm not paying a subscription fee. You got to be out of your freaking mind, man. Is this one of those things where I can inspect the HTML and just figure out how to download it? Let's see. I see if Steve's always smart enough as he looks sometimes. What? Let's go to sources. Let's see if we could sort for the largest item. Sorry, folks. Run on yet another detour. Storage. This is laid out a little bit differently than I'm used to. So I might not be able to find the thing. But sometimes you're able to just be like, oh, that's where the file is. Oh, that sucks, Bruce. Well, Bruce, if you could figure out how to sneak the PDF out of there, you let me know. I'm just scrolling through. I'm sure there's gonna be dumb ads and all this crap. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, that's really crummy of them. They blur the thing as an ad plays. How about you go off? Unlock this page after an ad. Ooh. I'm sure someone's posted it somewhere else too, but yeah, go away, you stupid piece of crap. Mechanism, body unit, blah blah blah. Front LED. Oh, as you're reading it, it blurs. Piece of crap. You're gonna make me run through all of my PG language in like 2 seconds. Two motors, but oh, yeah, it keeps blurring it, and the fans on my laptop are going nuts. I'll let you look at it, Bruce, because I'm about to either throw something or break something. We have 50 people watching here. Hello, hello. And how many likes do we have right now? I don't know. It doesn't say. Let me refresh the dealie. Appreciate it, Bruce. Love you. Thank you. Got 20 likes. If you could bump those numbers up, that'd be cool. That's if you like the stream. I don't know. This might not be like-worthy. I mean, I'm not seeing any obvious issues. I'm not seeing any leaking capacitors or anything like that. Let's move this one off the desk for a moment. And so, yeah, there's a bit of plastic that got eaten up in this one, which is to be expected, I guess, with this age of these things. A lot of dust there. Try and blow that away from any sensor. Ugh, it's like yucky dust. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm going to unplug this cable and plug it back in. Oh, here we go. Is that the rest of the clip? No, that's from the other one. Just because it looks a little bit like... No, it's still there. But, you know, couldn't wait. Thank you, Bruce. I will click on that. Oh, looky here. That's much better. Thank you, Bruce. Yeah, at least this page they have ads, but they give you a straightforward way for free to download the dang manual. So we're gonna open that up. And it's gonna, is it gonna open up another browser? Probably. Probably. Oh boy, that's me big screen. I'm seeing myself double. 4 crusties. It's really struggling to open the PDF here. Here we go. All right, let's take a look at this thing. Welcome back to Firefox. How about you just let me browse the file? All right. It's hot browsing PDF action, 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 action. Let me see if I could share the PDF so you could see it too. How about that? All right. Ah, we need a PC. That explains it. Autofocus motor. All right, let's go to the section where it maybe explains some of the blinkety blink blinks. Right, so we don't have that mechanism. Transport lock. When the scanner is transferred, the security against adjustment by the methods to enable is to remove the. Interesting. So there is a transport lock. Oh, I was thanking Bruce. I apologize. I'm blind today. Thank you very much, Jack, for the link. I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so there is a way to transport lock security against shocks or jolts in certain the settings. Methods to enable this are remove the adapter with the power being on, turn the power on without inserting the adapter before initialization, then power off. Okay, that's weird. Apparently we can update the firmware if we want. Disassembly, that would have been useful. All right, so we have a power supply unit. All right, so yeah, this is a good manual. Very nice and pretty. I hope so, Jack. Oh my goodness, this looks complicated. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this tonight. I just wanted to like see what was possible. Oh my god, this looks intense. Oh god, no, like screws and gears and oh god. Oh lord. Bruce. Fold here. Do not touch this. Hook here. Oh my god. Oh, this looks like a lot, folks. This looks like a lot. Right as rain. Yeah, Ryan, I don't know. Apply grease. Okay. I mean, it looks like there's already grease on there. I will try and see if maybe it's dried, because sometimes looks can be deceiving. Vibration-proof spring. Oh my goodness. Does it tell us what the lights mean? I mean, the manual says the light's blinking saying error, but I'm wondering if there's like a more, if there's some sort of Morse code or something like that. That one doesn't have the grounding. Oh, that one does have the grounding screw over there. Sounds like a wager to me. There's a schematic. Oh boy. What the hell am I getting myself into? Inspection software? DOS? What? I want this software. I bet you somebody has it and they're the... Ooh, 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 ooh. We have the file we could search for. I guess, Colin, it sounded like the transport lock thing is like one of these things you go through the process of, but I mean, it is moving. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I didn't throw it out. We still have the two pieces here. We're going to put those to the side. I'm going to see if I could find this piece of software. I doubt it, but maybe some kind soul has archived it. S10 S05 SV? Nope. And the only hit is the manual. Oh man, that would be very useful to have. Let me do a search. Nikon film scanner inspection software. Well, this is some diagnostic software. I already have the... Here we go. Let's see. Oh, just go away. Just let me browse. Nope. I mean, this is more of a service tool. I don't think they would really release that. And the Nikon site didn't seem to have anything when I looked. There was a third-party site. I wonder, here's a, no, that's ViewScan. There was a third-party site I visited. Here it is, maybe? I don't know if that's it. I have it bookmarked upstairs. All right, here's a page about the modifications. I wonder if they have the service software on here. This website has disassembly notes. That would have been helpful to find. Oh, this makes it easier. This is a much better website. A guide dealy. Look at this. Like this is much easier. So it scans. We're not getting a red color. This is for the Model 4, but it's very similar. Because this is a Firewire one. You can see the worm drive markers, you can see the worm shift. So this one, like, it wants to work, but it produces an error, and it's annoying. So we're just trying to see if we could fix it. The worm shaft is held on one side from the scanner by steel plate. The back side should be held by a plastic part, which is missing here. Well, I guess they replaced it. Does this one have, can I see? I don't think I could see. No, I cannot. Oh no, mine has the plastic piece there. Okay, so that's, I guess it's a better thing. Let's see if this guy has anything else. So they have dumps of the flash chip, which is cool. We've got the firmware overview, communication protocol, service manuals, data sheets, firmware reflashers. Is there anything about... Is there anything about that software? I would love that I mean, I'm assuming that diagnostic thing would tell us something. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Firmware? No. Yes, this is more about messing around with some things. Zoomed, Steve. Sorry. This might not be as exciting of a stream as I was hoping. I don't know what I was hoping for. Communication protocol. Huh. So yeah, it looks like this this service mode thing. At least it tells you all the menus. Noise check, mechanical precision. Oh, this would have been cool to have, dang it. Colin. Look at that. Oh man. I bet you one of these people on these forums has it and they just won't give it to them because maybe they want to repair it and take all the monies. I don't know. I'm making some wild assumptions. In case of out of support adapters, inserted errors blink on the LED. Okay, quick blinking just means error. Okay, that's not too helpful. Oh man. Oh boy. I don't really know what's what to go on because it's not like it's stopping. But let's see if we could put a little cotton bud in here and see if we can move some of that grease. Maybe it just needs to be greased. Wouldn't that be a nice little solve? Be a nice way to solve the problem, rather. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to reach out to, there's a Facebook group where people have been playing around with this stuff. And then there's a, that website I found. So maybe, that's too much. Maybe somebody has that software that might be able to help. First, I'm going to just use the I mean, the grease is sort of there, but it's sort of not. So I'm going to try and remove it with alcohol. And I'm just realizing I have the lithium grease, but I don't know if that's the best for this situation. I don't want to be spraying it everywhere, but... I guess I could be careful. Maybe put it on a Q-tip and then apply it or something. Guess I can get all the cobwebs out of there. Those caps look okay. It doesn't look like anything leaked or anything like that. Yeah. Let's take a look on this side. Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, it's still greasy, but not that greasy. So let's see if we could make this greasier. I don't know. We're learning together here, folks. Or not. I don't know. Just because I'm spending my Thursday doing this doesn't mean you have to. That's a way to sell your viewers, Steven. Just because I'm doing it don't mean you gotta be there. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming this grease is probably 20 years old. So it likely does not hurt to clean it off. It's not that particularly stubborn coming off, but trying to think of like a good grease to use on this. I have that 3-in-1 oil, but that's more of like an oil. Ugh. And I cannot move this chair back, can I? Because I have a toner cartridge right behind me. Don't everybody have toner cartridges behind their chairs? I guess they use like a paste type grease. This is like a spray. Oh boy. Well, let's give this a try. Let's see how this will come out. Yeah, this is more of like a liquid. I don't know if that's really gonna do it. I guess if I could spray it into like a cap or something. No, I'm not gonna spray it directly in there. But let me see if I could spray it into here. And then like see if like a cotton swab or whatever. I don't know. The cars? What do you... Joe, I'm confused. I'm very confused. I guess that's more of like a paste type grease, which I don't have. I could go out to the store and buy, but I'm hoping that this will do a similar job. It seems to look kind of similar. It's not dripping or anything, so that's good. Let's flip it this way. And put some on here. And then we'll probably have to run this a few times for all of that grease to get where it's supposed to. And we'll see if that makes any difference. Who the heck knows? We're just trying things out. Seeing what works, what doesn't. Yeah, it's still doing the angry blinks. Yeah, I can get to the mirror to clean them, but I don't think that's going to be... I mean, maybe that's the issue. Who knows? Just seeing how this mechanism works while it's off. I don't know what it's angry about. This is a slide scanner. It's not a projector. Maybe there's a sensor that is detecting the dust. haven't had a proper look inside of this thing, but we could try that. It almost does. I mean, there's some dust in here, but maybe it is. Who knows? Maybe the mirror looks like crap, but you know, the scan I didn't look bad at all. There was no fuzz or hair or anything. It was really just that the red wasn't working. Yeah. Let's look at it from this side. That was much louder. Gravity is not its friend. I can see the gear now, though. Oh, but this thingamajig is taken out, so I don't think it's happy. Nope. So there's a motor underneath and there's a gear, and that gear moves this up and down. It's like there's a needle going into the gear, and if the gear, because the gear is not 100% hollow, it has grooves in it, and that needle pushes this mechanism up and down to focus. And it seems like it's working, but I don't know. It seems like everything's moving properly. I could try looking and seeing if I could clean the mirror. Apparently you have to be very careful doing that, which is why I'm sort of hesitant to do it, but I guess might as well. Might as well try. Yeah, there's the blinks. I mean, it sounds like there could be crud in that gear. It could maybe just not be clean fully. I don't know. I mean, this thing was worked obviously hard because there's a lot of dust inside of it, so it could be dust on the sensor or something. So let's go and see if there was that. So this is the disassembly for that model. Let me look at this GitHub and see if there's like a disassembly for this model. We have service manuals. I'm sure it's going to be the same one we found. Repair manual, parts manual. Yeah, so that's the same one. So that's the LED block unit. I just want to get to the mirror. So let's see what we could do here, how involved that is. So already there. Remove the power supply harness and the power supply, take out screw, remove power supply or insulating plate, remove the harness lid, take out screw. Okay, so that's not too bad. So let's take out the power supply. Then there's the main PCB, which comes out. That looks fun. And then this is getting into like the whole mechanism, which it's the film rails and everything like that. So yeah. Oh boy. Let's see where the mirror is on this thing. It doesn't even mention the mirror. What the hell? Come on. Oh God. My neck and back and shoulder thing are hurting. Oh God, I hate that. Why can't I live pain-free? Yeah, no, they don't want you to try and fix it. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result? I'm going to turn it off there, just so I can unplug it. Hey, Stace, how's it going? From my days as an athlete. From my days of lifting CRTs, maybe. Yeah, it just looks very complicated to get to like the bottom of this, because I think I see the lens, and I think I see a mirror. Well, I see a lens. I don't know where the mirror. Oh, is that the? No, that's. I don't know what that is. That might be part of the plastic that fell out. Who knows? Power lifter. It just happened like a few months ago before VCF Midwest. I would be sitting down and I get shooting pain in my arm, like not like a nerve pain, but it felt like pressure, like someone was squeezing on my arm. Went to the doctor to make sure I wasn't having heart issues or anything like that. I mean, he said no, and he said, "Oh, it's probably you probably messed up a nerve or something like that." So I've been going to physical therapy and it's been helping, but it's still there, unfortunately. At least I could sit down like this. I feel fine, but if I lean forward, that's where the pain is. Right now, I'm getting it right on my neck right now. If I lean forward. But yes, at least I can sit down. I know you're going through some stuff, Bruce. Hope you feels better soon. All right, let me see if there's some video or something of some dude cleaning the mirror. Mirror cleaning. Well, this is for the other model, but I'm assuming they're pretty similar. Well, let's see what this fine gentleman does. He has a very wee screwdriver. So what is he doing? Oh, it's there? Oh, that's a clip that holds it on. Oh, I see. That's pretty clever. All right. Well, we could attempt to see if we could do that same thing. Let me just figure out what he does. And then he fishes it out with his fingers. Let's see how he puts it back in. I'm going to mute myself while I watch this for a second because I don't want to copyright strike the guy's poor work or anything like that. Okay, I think I know how to do it now. Well, there are 3 screens on my old Mac Pro there, and they're all in sync. So if I were to get up from my posterior, oh boy, and tilt this one slightly, you'd be able to see there are 3 screens. And that's what I usually stream from. Oh boy. Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna try. I'm gonna get some gloves, which should be over here, unless I moved them like an idiot. Yeah, I probably did. Let me go get some gloves, because I don't want to get dust on the mirror or screw it up any further than it already may be. Okay, where did I put said gloves? Here they are. Okay, we got that. And then I need like a microfiber cloth, which I also have. Ugh. Actually, something I bought from Micro Center. I didn't even open. So now's a perfect time for it. So what this person did was they did exactly what I did. They turned it on, and see, I just knew it subtly, just to wait for this to go all the way back. And then I need some sort of piece of paper. Here's that stupid Caesar scanner crap. And what I'm going to do is shove it in there, and so when the mirror falls out, I could just sort of grab it. So we're going to do that. We're going to feed this in like this. And guess we'll put our gloves on. And apparently, we have to just nudge this little metal catch here. This screwdriver might be way too large for that. Let's see if I get some tweezers or something. No, these are too thick for that. Let me get some tweezers. Oh boy. Let's see, that might work, or that might work. So grab those. Avoid all the things on the floor. Ugh. And I think what he does is he should probably watch it again just to play it safe. Okay, it's the very top. So it's like there's a little catch. It's very hard for me to see, so you folks aren't going to be able to see it, but the metal clip catches up top. I have to use tweezers to just like... There we go, there's one side. All right, I think that, there we go. Wait, that's just a metal clip. Where's the mirror? The mirror's still there. Okay. What? I took the metal clip out, but the mirror is still there. What the hell? Well, let's try and put it back, because it's supporting the mirror up. And at least it snaps back into place. let's try plugging it in and just having it go through its cycle again. Hopefully we didn't break anything. Well, if we did, it goes back to eBay. The hell do I care? They sold it as working. Yeah, so in this video, sorry, just watching again. Takes apart, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it should be in that position, but let's just cycle it again. Oh, maybe it needs a little thingamajig in there. Okay, so now it's on the front, so let's turn it off, turn it back on, wait for it to go all the way back. I think I missed it, because I think it's lifting up, so I need to wait until it doesn't do that. Sorry, folks. It's going to be a while. I don't even know how many people are watching, but I appreciate everyone who's sticking in there. Okay, I think that is as good as I'm going to get it. Almost touched the capacitor, Stephen. Smart, 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 smart. Just gonna put this little paper in so nothing falls. And I don't think he undoes anything. I mean, I was skimming around, but no, he shoves the paper in there. And you got the screwdriver. And let's see how he does it. He just flops it on there. And see, the whole mirror comes out with it. Okay, so maybe my mirror's just stuck a little bit, because it's not attached to the metal, but we'll see. Okay, so the metal comes out, but not our friend the mirror. So we have some progressive maintenance maybe to perform here. Nope. Let's use a fresh cotton bud. Yeah, no, Veronica, don't break it. I wonder if I could just like... It doesn't seem like it wants to, unless the mirror is right. Yep, there it goes. The mirror is free. Oh, there's a big old streak on there. Yeah, it's dusty. So that's what the mirror looks like. It's a little tiny guy. And it is quite dusty, but we'll clean it off. Everyone should try it. Thank you, Veronica. Yes, please hit that thumbs up button. Well, the back of this is, oh, the back of that was, you can't see it, but there's a big, that is very dusty, very dusty. So we're going to clean both sides. Even though I don't think this side matters. We're going to do our best. Just lick it. Call it. I want to know how many people in the chat, and I'll put a poll in there. I want to know how many of you folks, why am I using this? I have that microfiber cloth. I want to know how many of you folks have been watching the podcast, listening to the podcast that Colin and I do on our Patreon thingamajigs. If you support either him or me, you get access to it via the Patreons. That did not help at all, did it? I have some contact cleaner, but I would just rather use alcohol. Where's my little, yeah, we'll just, I can't do two things at once. I would like to talk to you folks, but there's work to be done here. That should be fine. It's better than it was before. This is a microfiber cloth. And it made it worse. It's almost like it scratched it, but it's a microfiber cloth. Come on. Well, either way, we're going to clean it up the best we can. We try to be funny. Okay, so this is certainly the top side, which looks like it has scratches on it. I don't know how it would have scratches. We used a little cotton bud. I don't know. This is a brand new cloth I just took out of the package. But there is little minute scratches on there. Well, let's see how the hell we could put this back. And then I'll pay attention to the chat again. I don't think this is going to solve anything, but we could try. All right, so how does this guy do it? I think this just goes like this. This is not going to work. Yeah, I mean, for this occasion, I did break one out of the package, but usually I don't care that much. All right, so I was able to sort of shove it in there. Whoop, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, so there's this sort of like, it's like almost like an art easel type thing. And I'm just trying to... This is very difficult. Ah, shoot. Now I don't know which side was the original side. I just bend it slightly so I could fit it on there. Whoever designed this, I have some choice words for them. That guy in the silent YouTube video sure made this look easier than it is. Because it just sort of like sits on here. And of course now that's all smudgy again. Even though it's just my freaking glove here. Come on. This is showing scratches on it. Why are now there's another one? I don't understand this. I really don't. This is a microfiber thingamajig. It really should not be scratching this, but there are, I wouldn't say gouges, but it's clear that there are imperfections on this. I'm sure someone makes a replacement one. But who knows? This thing was in shipping and it jostled around. It wasn't perfect when I pulled it out, so we're just gonna do our best. And watch, this will make no difference. So maybe I should watch this guy putting it back in there again. ShamWow. All right, so now he puts that paper back in. Does he move the scanner or something? Yes. Oh, he uses his fingers. Oh. Well, that's hard to see. And then he goes from the top. Oh, okay. Well, this dude just goes like this. He just takes the mirror and puts it in from the top. I don't know how that's possible. I'm watching that again. So it looks like he takes the mirror and puts it from the top, so it just sits there. Okay. I don't think that's how it's supposed to go. Mine is certainly not fitting like this gentleman's was. I bet you his is a slightly different model. It works similar for my model. His is the one right before it. I bet I have to figure out a way, because there's like a thick plastic area. Maybe I could just get it back in there as we took it out. Let's try being very careful. Of course, there's a ribbon cable right there. Everything does not want to work for us today. But maybe if we could just shove the mirror back into place. Seems very particular. Oh, no, come on. Ah, poopy. Well, I think it's in place again. Let's see if that made any difference or if this was just a colossal waste of time for everybody. Oh boy. I laugh because I'm in pain. Hopefully our MacBook didn't die. It did not. Let's reopen the software. I'm sure it's gonna not do anything different. I hate to be pessimistic, but who knows? Maybe it'll surprise us. Nope, still blinks. Piece of crap. Nope, still same error as before. Well, let's just try and scan it and see if the, I mean, even if it errors, I don't give a really, I don't know. Let's just see if it actually will scan something. I mean, it seems to be focusing pretty well. I don't know what the hardware error it's reporting because it won't frickin' tell me that. Hey! I put the slide in that time and it seemed like it was autofocusing. Let's see what happens. I don't know the answer to that, Greg. Oh, it's worse now. Oh, it's really worse now. The image is like doubled. So, cool. We made it worse somehow. Might as well show you. Where's the stupid button with the dumb thing with the go and the... Yeah, so now the image is doubled, which is bad. Death of the universe. So that has not helped. I don't know if the mirror is just not aligned properly. It seems to be acting more normally, but the mirror is not aligned. So let's turn it off here, which causes the application to quit. Let me flip it upside down and just take a look here. Let me prod it with a Q-tip here. So I really am struggling to think about how this... I mean, it really feels like it's in there good. It feels like it's... It looks like it's at the angle it should be and everything. But what the hell do I know? How long do you hit it with a hammer? Oh, God. Oh. try it again. Why the hell not? It's already broken. Can't make it worse. Yeah, it says it does the angry fast blinks. I'm gonna open this up. It says it detected a hardware error. Now we're going to insert the slide again. Scanners reported a hardware error. Okay. I think there's a log for this. So if I click preview, it says autofocus was not needed because I think it tried to do that initially. But let's see if this preview screws it up. Hey, we got the red color back, but it's still doubled. So let's show you. If the stupid camera would want to cooperate. So look at the red. We have the red in the top left, but the image is doubled. So we're getting the red color now, somehow. Yes, that's because they're on the same computer. That's the Mac Pro that's shoved down there. So, okay. I guess since we know how to take the mirror out, I could try that again and just, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it does have a scratch on it, but I don't think that would make it blurry. But I think it was like that before I got it. Let's just roll those dice. My microphone battery is fully charged still. I'm pretty sure I put it on the right side, but who knows. So if I remove this clip, let's see if the mirror comes out with it. Yes. So you know what? I'm not going to remove it fully. I'm just readjusting it here. Let's see if I could just readjust the whole thing. Because there's like a lens. There's a lens that sits right there. Right by it. Who knows? Maybe it's just like slightly misaligned. And the program quit again. Yeah. So let's turn you on. Helps if the paper's not in there. So still reporting the error, which is nothing new. We expect that. Now I'm going to leave it on this screen for a second, see if the scanner is going to communicate with the software. Okay, so I'm going to insert the slide. And it was not doing this before. So at least it's detecting there's a slide in there. It was not doing that before. I'm going to click on preview. I mean, again, it's still reporting that there's an error somehow. So there's still something a bit messed up with it. And I'm on a forum that's just for this product series, so somebody out there might be able to tell me how to fix it. But if I can't, we'll just go back to eBay because they said it was working, and it's clearly not. Well, it's blurred and we don't have the red anymore. Oh, there, it's acquiring a preview again. I don't know why, but okay. Maybe it's doing 3 passes? I see it blink. See, I see it blinking blue and green, but not red. So there's something screwy with this where I'm just going to keep clicking preview until we see red. Because I'm not seeing that red fire, which is very odd. I mean, the mirror's probably misaligned or whatever, but that I think that would be separate from the red issue, which could be a capacitor thing, could be a consumable thing, like maybe the diode or the light or whatever is going on there is bad. Maybe there's a loose connection. Yeah, see, you can't, well, you can see if I do this. You see that blinking? The light right here? That should also be red. It should be pulsing RGB, red, green, blue, as I understand it, as it's scanning. And it's not doing the red. And see, it just pulses green. Let's eject the thing. And let's put it in again. See, now we just get blue. Now we get red. So the red does seem to be working a little bit. I think it's confused. Because there's nothing in there, but it's going a bit nutty. David, if you're trying to post a link, unfortunately, YouTube strips those out. Scanner reports that the autofocus has failed. Hold down the control key and press autofocus button on the screen. Yeah. But if you want to email me, David, David EW98, email is mac84tv@gmail.com. I guess I don't have to restart the whole thing, but let's click preview again. I mean, for the other one getting banged up in the mail, it's a miracle it works at all. I guess. I believe I did, Tevruden. But I'll try again. Who the hell knows? All right, well, I'm going to turn this off. I know this is so exciting, folks. All of the 10 people who are still here watching. Power is off. I'm going to try and remove the mirror again. I mean, it is a bit smudgy. That is certainly the side it was supposed to be on. But who knows anymore. So this gentleman placed the mirror in through the top. And I don't know if there's a way for me to do that here. Unless the mirror is supposed to go like top-wise like this and fit in there. Let's see. Who the heck knows? I mean, let's see if it fits that way on here. No. I think it fits, yeah, it fits like that. So how would you do that? I need more light here. My goodness, it's already 10 o'clock. Yeah, this is very smudgy. I mean, it's just like, the more I clean it, the more it looks like it's not clean, you know? Which is very weird, because it's a brand new cloth. But what do I know? See, I don't know if you can see it, but there's the mirror. It's pretty clear, but there are some scratches on it. What do you mean by that, Dave? Yeah, I mean, I have no problem returning this if it's a piece of crap. It would have been nice to get it working, but... Oof, that sucks, Bruce. Yeah, probably what happened here, but let's see if I could feed it in through the top. I don't think I can. I don't know how that gentleman did it in his video, unless his model is just slightly easier to do that with, because it doesn't look like this mirror will fit in the top here. It just does not. But I could see if no. Now the metal brackets prevent you from doing that unless you have to do it at an angle, which it's very hard to see, to be honest. And I don't want to mess it up already more than it is. No, it won't let you go in at that angle. Ah, criminy. I can only seem to push it up from there. I do need a head torch. Well, I have one, but it's not really going to help in this situation. No, Veronica, I think it just uses the one. I mean, here, I'm going to try and just, like, position it again. Maybe, here, let's do it upside down. I don't know. So Indiana Jones said, I don't know, I'm making this up as I go. Well, isn't that nice? I thought it was off. Use some distilled water. I don't know if I have any. I just have this alcohol. Should not use isopropyl to clean the mirror. Well, I think we're a little bit beyond that, Dave. Oh, well. Do you think the water would help at this point, Dave, or would that just add insult to injury? Because when I took this out, it already had scratches on it. So it's not like I put those there. But well, let's just try putting it back first. Then we could always try again. Because we have two problems here. We have the mirror, which is a new issue. Well, newish. That didn't... Is that supposed to go in like that? It's upside down, so I have no perception. Yeah, there we go. But then we also have the red not firing, which has been a problem since I got it. So... All right, so I think that is in place. It's much easier to put it in upside down. And this software like craps out. So it's so sensitive. If like you power it on and it's not ready, it just quits. Maybe I flew too close to the sun. I don't need two of these. Well, the video I saw, the guy used a cloth, so, you know, but what do I know? It didn't error out. You see that? It didn't error out that time, folks. And the software didn't report anything. But quit the software and open up again, I think. It didn't say it reported a hardware error. What did we do? We didn't do anything. We put it upside down and fiddle with the mirror. I see the red blinking now. What the hell? The red is firing now. Do they sell mirrors for this thing? Somebody do a Google search. Mirror Nikon LS-50. The scan is perfect. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Let's scan it. Let's click scan. Quick, put the top back on. Or something. I mean, who knows? In travel, the mirror could have gotten to a weird place and dislodging it and putting it back in could have solved it. Yeah, Dave, exactly. You could see the red firing, kind of. It's much quieter than it was before. Let's see if we can see any damage from the mirror. I mean, this is a very busy image, but I'm not seeing any like lines or anything. I see little hairs. That looks pretty good to me. Let me save this and let me look at it on the PC. Let me switch cameras here. It's hard for me to do this one-handed. It chimed. I really, I'm, I don't, I don't know. I just undid the mirror and put it back. Apparently, replacement mirrors go for $44. Or, yeah, about 20 or 18 euros. What's that in US dollars? Thanks, Google, for not giving me the answer. Go back here. New quality optical first mirrors using 35mm Coolscan. If your scans suffer from low contrast, blotchiness, lines, or anything else which looks off, your mirror is likely dirty or degraded. Cleaning it is hard. They scratch really easily. Even if it's clean as a whistle, scratches will degrade the image quality if yours is scratched or is riddled with fungus or anything else. Blah, 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 blah. They haven't been made since 2004. They stopped providing spare parts. They're the best scanners you could get if you're looking for home development. The mirrors measure 24 by 20 by 3 millimeters. They're made with a 94% aluminum coating and sealed with blue protective tape. Mirror replacement is fairly easy. You can find the instructions online of how to reach the mirror here. Oh, that's great. That would have been helpful. It's a 10-minute job. Pop open. The difference is night and day. All right. Well. Okay. Well. Yep. All right. So let's. Can we move this image over the network so we could grab it somehow on the PC? Let's see. Let's try and connect to the Dell. Connection failed, of course. Let's just put it on the Mac Mini server I have. Yeah, I mean, it is scratched. There's like 2 or 3 scratches on it. It's not huge. I can't see it. I'd be curious to look more closely at it, but I'm staring away from a screen here. That's an old laptop screen. Let me see if I could transfer this image so I could look at it on the screen, and then I could share it with you. Okay, so I have that file share there. Let's see, it's under Documents, I think. Fixed is the name of the file. Let's copy that over. It's 62 megabytes. Let's see if Windows understands how to connect to my 2012 system here. Let's go to Network. It's seeing a lot of things, but not the Mac Mini. Of course not. Why would you make it easy? Yeah, this doesn't like things. Huh. Yeah, SMB is enabled. I think it is. It should be. Then again, I haven't used the system in ages. File sharing, options. No, it's not. How about that? I assumed it was. Oh, you know why? Because I just did it on the Mac Mini, and this is not a Mac Mini. This is a MacBook Air. All right. Click done. Click close. Let's see if we can connect now. Nope. Connection failed. Nope. Connection failed. Okay. Let's see if... how the hell am I going to get this over there? It's the stupidest problem to have in a house full of computers. Stupid. Yeah, exactly, Dave. Yeah, I'm not going to see. That's why I wanted to like see how bad if I could see it. And you know, I could probably use one of those Apple slides because they're very uniform. Oh, hold on, folks. Let me figure this out. I guess I could use a USB stick, but that's just dumb. Might as well have to be dumb, I guess. Oh. Okay, we got a little USB stick, which is probably not going to fit in this damn MacBook Air now that I think of it. Ugh. Oh, boy. Stupid computers. This is the MacBook with the little drawer where the USB port is. And I bet it's not going to recognize the thing, because why wouldn't it? Wait, I have Snow Leopard server on here? What the hell are you doing on here, Steven? Oh, that was FreeDOS. Yeah, we don't want that. Well, while we have the USB in, oh, duh, we don't have one freaking USB port on this godforsaken thing. I guess I could plug in a keyboard, but I think that would overload. Like, it'd be like, oh, I don't have enough power, you know. I don't have a powered hub handy. Let's just copy over the one file for now. It's a copying. All right. Let's see if we can get this stupid thing out of there. Oh, I'm not installing this again. That's hard to get out. All right. Well, either way, it looks like we're going to get a partial refund from this seller too, or at least try to. Let's put the USB drive in there. All right. Sorry, folks. This has been like a thing, hasn't it? Okay, so we have... Can Windows open a TIFF file? Sure it can. So let me share the screen. Sorry, folks. This was just taking a little bit. And let's share the image. And that looks pretty sharp, doesn't it? Hey, Dan, how's it going? Whoops, I closed it. But yeah, that's there's some dust on the image itself. But we see the purples again. We see some reds, which we were not seeing before. Yes, this is a very similar one. I bought a second one because it just popped up on my feed, and it was the seller made me $50 off an offer, and I'm like, you know what? Let's see. And the mirror was all screwed up. So let's see if we can. Oh yeah, I know the negative is dirty. Let's see if we get another nice scan out of it while we're trying, because it's not reporting an error anymore, and it's making much nicer sounds. So I've already scanned some of these in upstairs, so I'm not really worried about saving them. But this is like a boat scene. Let's eject that. And let's see. Yep, it's autofocusing like it should. And let's give it a preview here. I can't believe it's working now. I'm going to jinx it, but... Oh, that's cool, Joe. Well, it seems to look pretty good as well. I'm going to scan that in. I'm going to scan a few, and then we'll look at them, and then I guess we'll wrap up the stream because it's 10:30. It's sounding much better. See, I'm surprised because it was the results were pretty sharp. They were just not displaying red. So I don't know what would cause it not to do that. If it was just misaligned and it was not like the sensors were screwed up, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where those plastic pieces were from either. I'm assuming there was like some adapter you would put in for maybe a slide holder or something else, and somehow that got shoved in there. It could be from the insulation around the power supply, but it doesn't look like it. So I don't know how that got in there. And there were little bits of plastic and a dead bug that fell out. So probably Bruce. But it's good to know I can get replacement mirrors, so if there is a scratch, and assuming this thing works fine, but it's just scratched a little bit, that is certainly... Just looking for slides without people in it. That's certainly something that we could resolve, hopefully. Hopefully. All right, so that one's scanned. I'll do like one or two more scans. The dead bug was structural. Yeah. Well, the good thing is I took videos of this before it screwed up too, so to demonstrate to the seller. Yes, that is true, Dave. It was not auto-calibrating, and I guess it could not with the mirror screwed up. Not sure about dead bugs. Image writers are structural. Thank you all for sticking around with this. I was about to just give it up. especially after noticing the scratches there, and the cloth didn't really help. Yeah, I mean, it's a dark slide, but that's just how it is. Let me switch the camera here. If you're familiar with old Disney attractions, this is the was it the Tiki Room from I guess Disney World or Disneyland? I think this was from Florida. It's very dark, but you can see like the posts where the little birds would sit on and such. All right, so let's do a scan of that. Why not? Just because I think I scanned a few of these upstairs, so it'll be interesting to compare. I guess I could go get more slides upstairs. Yeah, let me go get the Macintosh slides. Just because those have a lot of white space, and maybe we could see a scratch. Ugh. We're walking upstairs. You could probably hear me because it's a wireless microphone. Let's not go to the bathroom. Okie dokie. And I'm grabbing the Apple folder. I don't know why I'm narrating myself. And it's still scanning. So this is a slide carousel, children. You would put your slides in here, and then you put it in a machine, it would project them. This is from my grandfather's honeymoon in Bermuda. Might be some nice tropical scenes there. Okay. Eject that. Okay. Let's see if there's a nice one of these that we could use. Some of these have mold on them, I think. They're just ancient, that's all. Well, these might be family. This might not be the Bermuda one. Yeah, that's a bit... I'll show you. This slide has seen quite a bit. Forgot it takes so long to save these. This looks like a volleyball court of some type. Sorry I've been missing the chat, folks. This certainly looks like Bermuda. Yeah, but there was certainly a cloudiness between some of these slides. But maybe that'll clean up nice. Let's see if we could get a preview. It would be great if I had a video out and you could see exactly what I'm seeing, but... I'm just putting this through its paces before I screw it all back together. I do have a handheld viewer upstairs somewhere. It's in one of my boxes of various things. Well, that's not bad. I mean, you could definitely see it's the mold or whatever, scratches or whatever is on it. But I will share that once that's scanned. Let's see if I can find one of my grandfather here. There's one of my grandpa and my grandma. Perfecto. We'll scan that one next. Trying to get any dust off of that one. See how handsome my grandfather is and how unhandsome I am by comparison. He'd be laughing at that too. Good job. It's about halfway done scanning. And then I'll scan this one, we'll save it on USB, and then we could show you. Oh, man. That only took 2.5 hours. Tell you, I didn't get my hairline from my grandfather, that's for sure. Not my mother's grandfather, at least. So for this one, I'm going to do the, what's it called, digital ice that will like remove scratches and stuff. Hopefully that'll help with some of the quality of it. Because it does, these do have a lot of crap on it. So let's see. So I'm going to hit preview here. This is working much better now. I mean, these things sell for $800 something, so if I spend $200 and I have to spend another $40, that's not too bad, all things considered. Okay, so we're going to do digital ice. We're going to do fine mode. Let's see if I have to adjust the color here. We'll just sort of leave it as is, and we'll click scan. And this might take a little bit. Yes, Dave, it helps that all the parts are in the right place. And now I know the mirror can be kind of safely installed upside down. But it's still, there's a metal clip that holds it, and I can't imagine that that metal clip is not scratching it up. At least it's scratching up the back, maybe, but... Well, the video I watched didn't have the same issue. But I'll be sure to add some metadata and whatever the heck to this. So if some poor soul comes across this. So if you're watching this, here's the chapter that I'm going to put. I got this scanner from eBay. It scanned okay, but only it was red and blue, red and green, blue and green, no red. It wouldn't autofocus. The software detected an error. The scanner blinked after it did its self-test when it powered on. And it was just acting strange. The problem ended up being that the mirror was jostled around in shipping. Don't clean the mirror like I did. I used a microfiber cloth and some alcohol, and it was very fragile. I think it scratched it. I think there were scratches on it before, but anyway, look up how to do that. I don't know how to do that. But what I did was I carefully reviewed how people remove the mirror, and I was able to remove it, and it didn't come out right away, so I think it was jammed. And then putting it back in gave me a weird double image but I think it just wasn't seated properly because I put it in weirdly. And then I put it in again, and it's perfect. It's scanning the right colors, and it's pin sharp. So, good luck. Garth. Yes, please hit the like button. Jeez. Oh, what a... I mean, this microphone battery is surprising me. We're only like halfway through. That's pretty cool. I'm very glad it worked out too. I'm gonna still try and get a few bucks back from the eBay person because, like, I shouldn't have to do this for something that was working. But nobody knows how to transport these things anymore. This was in a box diagonally, so they wouldn't have to buy a bigger box. I'm surprised the front plastic didn't break as much as it did on the other one. That guy's supposed to give me $100-something back after I sent him all the photos of it being destroyed. I don't know if I'm getting that, to be honest, but this is about 90% done of the scan, so we'll just wait for that to finish. And then I'm excited to button this up. I'm going to take a picture of it open. I haven't done that, I don't think. Yeah, when you enable the scratch removal process, it does a few passes, so it takes much longer. But I think I have a scan of this where it wasn't touched up, so we'll see if this does a good job. I disabled the unsharp mask, so there's no fake sharpening or anything like that. Well, the thing is, the trick is here, if I really wanted my money back, I could just go to the guy and say, look, you listed it as used, and it says, but in working condition. It was no working condition when I got it. So eBay would see my side on that if I really wanted to just, like, if he was really adamant. Hopefully he'll understand, like, look, if I give the guy 50 bucks, he'll probably shut up and, you know, then I'm not out the whole sale of the item. Because what is he going to do, resell a broken thing? No. I mean, some people are adamant and dumb like that. Like the Super Mac guy I bought the Super Mac from. I just wanted a partial refund, and he wouldn't even talk to me about that because he was a complete idiot. Holy crap, that looks great. All right, so I'm going to hit save here. And I'm going to save that document. It's going to take a little bit. But that looks beautiful. That really, I mean, it needs some color touching up. Holy crap, folks. This was like very moldy looking and stuff like that, and very cloudy looking. I can't believe it. This looks incredible. All right, so let's quit this. I'm going to, where's that USB stick? There it is. I'm going to take that out of the PC. Ah. Come on. Come on. There we go. Maybe. Come on. This little MacBook Air has been a champ. Watch, it'll stop working. So we're copying those files over. Estimated time 10 seconds. Can't wait to show you folks these. These are pretty good quality, I think. All right. And my aunt is going to love the fresh scans of these. I was going to make a book. Maybe as a holiday thing, maybe after. It might take too long. There we go. All right. Let's plug in this little nub of a USB stick here. Move this so I can actually move the mouse without contorting my back and spine. And of course, I have to rename files because Windows doesn't know a TIFF unless you tell it's a TIFF. All right, so let's situate this a little bit better. There we go. All right, so I'm going to open one. Let me double click on this. Oh, it's already shared. How about that? All right, so this is the boat. Let's rotate this. So this is the second scan I did. Again, slide's a little dusty. But look at it. You could see the patchwork on the net or the railing or whatever that is. Yeah, this is rotated horizontally. So, but besides that, I mean, yeah, there's some dust and dirt and crap. But yeah, it looks like a postcard. So not too bad. Next up, I think, is Bermuda. No, this is the tiki room. So this is very dark. But I mean, still, look at the detail of that. You could see the texture on the rock here. Oh, this is upside down. You can see the bird there. So let's flip it upside down. There we go. We see a little bird guy there hanging out in the tiki room. Yeah, this is not too bad. I mean, it's a dark photo. Let's go back. Oh, this is that's the castle. Hold on, let me open up Bermuda. So this is without the digital ice thingamajig. So you could see, look at all, like there's a lot of, I don't know what this is. Maybe Bruce will know. It almost looks like crack, but I think it's just dirt. I mean, just look at that. Look at how much dirt. I mean, this is 1976 was the Disney photo, I believe, or 79. That is dirt. I couldn't even tell what that was on the previous scanner. That is dirt. But this was Bermuda. And this was without that digital ice. Now I'm going to go to a different photo that looked very similar to this with the dirt. So you got to trust me on that. And how it cleaned up, at least from looking at on the MacBook, it looked beautiful. So I'm going to open this up. This is my grandparents here. And I don't see any dirt at all. That looks fantastic. That looks, I don't see a speck of dust on this thing. That is pretty damn remarkable. That's awesome. Yes, that's right. Yeah, the digital ice is really cool stuff. So yeah, so that's my grandfather on the left, my grandmother on the right, obviously. And yeah, I mean, I'm looking at, you can see some little specks and stuff. But this slide looks worlds better than it did before. So that did a pretty damn good job. That's awesome. I am satisfied. Because if you look at, and I'll show Bruce what I was saying before, because I don't even know if you could clean that up. Yeah, it could be fungus. I mean, this, you know, it looks like dirt, but who knows what the hell's there, you know. These were stored, unfortunately, in a kind of a damp basement where my grandmother lived. So, yeah. I think this does RGB. But yeah, it looked pretty nasty. But, hey, now I have a better way to scan these, and I'll scan them before they go to crap. All right. I think it's almost 11 o'clock. I think that's going to do it for me. I don't know how many people are watching. I haven't been keeping track. Got 50 people watching. Hey, how about that? Please hit the like button if you haven't done it already. Looks like fungus. Oh, noes. Oh, no. Yeah, so I have this whole carousel plus others that were stored in the same place. But if I could get a good scan of them from the digital ice thingamajig, because I don't think cleaning them with a Q-tip did much, that'll be good. And I'll contact the seller. Maybe I get a few bucks off of this thing. Because when I did pull that out, I do think it was scratched already, but what the hell do I know? I'm still here organizing my pictures. Well, good luck at it. Yeah, so I'm glad we're able to fix this thing. Now I get to put it all back together, which I'll probably do later, to be honest. But I do appreciate you tuning in. I know it was 2 streams back to back. I was not planning on that, but I just got this in the mail, just opened it today, and it was doing that thing. And I'm like, you know what? I should probably test this because you only get like 30 days or whatever before you have to mail it back if there's a problem. And I didn't want to be left high and dry because that's happened to me so many times. I get something, it's in the box, and I don't touch it for like a year or a month or whatever. And then by the time I test it, it's broken. It's like, oh, I could have got my money back or whatever. So yes, I'll do some rebooting and stuff like that, but it seems to be working fine. And if I eject the slide, it's making the happy noises. And if I turn this off and turn it back on, we'll give it one more test as I say my goodbyes here. And that light should not go to blink like the rapid fire thing, but it should be good. And I'm pleased. I'm tired, and my arm hurts, my neck hurts, my nerve hurts. Yeah, I didn't see it blink. It's just doing the normal blink, which is thinking. And here's where it would go blink, 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 blink. Yep, it's fine. Because that's probably where it was reflecting weird, and it was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. So, yay! All right, well, thank you everybody for tuning in. Certainly do appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. It's more fun watching someone tinker. Yeah, I know. That's why I watch my pals Bruce and Veronica and all sorts of other awesome people who are tuned in. Garth sometimes does participates in streams. Dave's always doing streams with Garth participates in. So does Eric. All these fine people here. But we did get it to work. Hey, Eric. So I'm pleased with that. Eric, if you want to rewind, you'll see some of the fine examples of what this scanner could do just a few minutes ago. But then I'm going to call it a day, an end. We've been going for almost 3 hours here. So I'm going to say my goodbyes to everybody. Hopefully I'll be streaming again next week, but I also hope to get some videos done, so I might not, depending on that. But yeah, that's about it for now. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for the encouragement. I was about to give up there a few times. And yeah, I guess we'll go from there. I think Justin D. Morgan is streaming, so if you want to check out his stream, you can do a search for that. And yes, there will be a pony stream once Allison gets her schedule fixed. That's about it for now. Thanks, folks. Thanks for all the likes, subscribes. I don't know if I got any super chats this time around. What does YouTube say? No. But thank you for everything. Appreciate it. And good luck if anyone else has similar problems. Bye. I have to click the M button again. Bye.